When the word post-apocalypse shows up, we all tend to think of zombies taking over, or evil governments taking over, or machines taking over. Basically the end of the world as we know it. And so there's this song called Nothing But Flowers by the band Talking Head. They're an American art rock band that was popular in the late 1970s and 80s. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica, their brand of art rock music is an eclectic branch of rock that emerged in the late 1960s and completely blew up in the early to mid 1970s. The term is sometimes used synonymously with progressive rock or classical rock, but the term is best used to describe intellectual album-oriented rock by British bands like Pink Floyd. The lyrics of the song describe a post-apocalyptic world in which modern technology has almost been completely decimated. And the protagonist of the song is lead singer David Byrne, and he's torn between his appreciation for Mother Nature's beauty and his dependency on the conveniences that factory-made items provide. In my opinion, this song is denouncing the real dangers of climate change and our real indifference towards it in favor of expediency. Climate change is characterized by a long-term shift in the average weather conditions of a region. This includes changes in extreme conditions. People who are not scientifically inclined would probably see climate change as the melting of icebergs contributing to the rising sea levels, or big hurricane hazards, or giant storms. Basically, a lot of destruction and endangered lives, almost like an apocalypse waiting to happen. So in the beginning of the song, there are quite a few lines explicitly dedicated to Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. There's also a line about the age of dinosaurs. What I take from this is that humanity has been reset, or is starting anew, since in the Bible, the first humans created by God were Adam and Eve, and the part about dinosaurs calls back to their extinction, and by proxy, our potential hypothetical future extinction. Most of the lyrics from there follow the same trend. They mention something that's common in modern times, like Pizza Hut or microwaves. Then the lyrics imply that those conveniences were replaced by Mother Nature, and then directly addresses the listener with the repeated phrase of "you got it," almost as if the audience did a double take and said, "There's no more of this?" And then the singer directly answered to confirm it. The song is clearly implying here that there was something that destroyed everything in its way, that was impossible to stop after it was too late, and ended many lives, if the lines "don't leave me stranded here" were any indication. The lines about his dependency on conveniences are him basically saying how he fell in love with the highway, or he misses Dairy Queens. But the most telling piece of evidence about my climate change interpretation are the lines, "and as things fell apart, nobody paid much attention, you got it, you got it." Maybe the reason why people didn't pay attention to what made everything fall apart, climate change, is because the change happened so slowly over such a long period of time, where the severity of the change differed from place to place, and that didn't immediately inconvenience everybody before it was too late. Basically, what I'm saying is that people didn't pay much attention to it because it wasn't in their radar. People might talk about it, but since it doesn't cause them any harm, they would tend to just ignore it. In summary, this song is a red flag to the devastating possible effects that climate change can throw at us if humanity does not make the necessary efforts to reduce our growing carbon footprint. The end of the world feels more like it's right around the corner instead of billions of years away.